Prophet, therefore, was the life of goodness. Goodness that came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the verses of the Quran. And therefore, after him, Ali ibn Abi Talib, who learned from the Prophet. And he was the one who again established the basis of goodness and the basis of what is evil. Amir al-Mu'mineen defined it. And after that was Imam Hassan. And the situation came from Imam Hussein. Why did he rise then? Didn't he know that the people of Kufa were? Very briefly, what actually happened is Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan died. And with his death, he appointed his son, Yazid ibn Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan, who all historians, I'm not talking about biased historians, I'm talking about Ahlul Sunnah. Historians from Ahlul Sunnah describe him as a man who was, because of this member, we cannot mention the sins that he committed and was committing all the time. He could not in any way be the representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the surface of this earth. And he therefore turns to Imam Hussein and he says, you have to do bay'ah, meaning you have to give me oath of allegiance. What is bay'ah? What is oath of allegiance? You would recall on the day of Ghadir, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, when he addressed the mu'mineen who were all there, what did he ask them? Awla bit tasarruf, meaning, don't I have a better claim on your souls than you have it on yourselves? And all of them said yes. What does that mean? It means the representative of Allah who has awla bit tasarruf, if he were to come here, the Imam of the time, and if he were to tell, I'm not just giving an example, come and look at me and say, go and jump out of this window. It becomes obligatory on me to jump out of the window. Why? Because he has got awla bit tasarruf. Now, Yazid ibn Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan becomes the representative of the Prophet with awla bit tasarruf, meaning if he tells people to drink and to commit all those sins, they would have to do that. This is the reason why Imam Hussein could not, in any circumstances, give lot of allegiance to Yazid. There is example, Tabari is a Sunni historian, scholar. He writes, he talks about who? Ma'mun al-Rashid. He says Ma'mun al-Rashid was getting married. And he was marrying the daughter of his prime minister, Hassan bin Saad. He was marrying the daughter. And at that marriage, he took wine, drink, and he started drinking it, Ma'mun al-Rashid, Tabari. And he told Hassan, drink this. Hassan says, this is haram. Awla bit tasarruf. Am I not your Khalifa? He says, yes, you are. Then I am telling you to drink it. And he drank it. You see, this is the reason why Imam Hussein would not ever give oath of allegiance to Yazid. As soon as Muawiyah dies, therefore Yazid writes to the governor of Medina that you have to get bay'ah from Hussein ibn Ali, Abdullah ibn Zubair, and Abdullah ibn Umar. These are the three people you have got to get bay'ah from them. Ibn Zubair ran away to Makkah. It's another story. Ibn Umar, he gave his bay'ah. And again, it is said when Yazid invaded Medina, after effect of Karbala, Makkah and Medina were invaded by Yazid, forces of Yazid. And his representative was sleeping at home. And Yazid passed away, or died. Abdullah ibn Umar went in the house of that representative of Yazid and told him that I have heard from the Prophet that anyone who does not know the Imam of his time dies a death of ignorance. We'll talk about that tomorrow, inshallah. Therefore, I have come to do bay'ah to you. And this man was sleeping. He said, oh, you have to give bay'ah to me. Here is my leg. Do my bay'ah. This is what had become of Islam. And this is the reason why Imam Hussein refused to do bay'ah. We have to understand why Imam Hussein refused to do bay'ah. And why, therefore, he did not stay in Medina. He did not stay in Medina because Muawiyah had already created a situation saying that Hussein ibn Ali in privacy had already given his oath of allegiance. And if Imam Hussein had stayed in Medina, situation was said they would have killed him in Medina. And they would have said that Hussein, I don't know who killed him. The way they killed Amir al-Mu'mineen and no one knows who killed Amir al-Mu'mineen. The way they killed the Prophet, history doesn't tell us who did that. The way they killed Imam Hassan, the way they killed Fatima al-Zahra, they would have killed Imam Hussein and they would have said that Imam Hussein before his death had given his oath of allegiance to Yazid. Therefore Imam Hussein had to stand out and get out of Medina so that people should know that Hussein ibn Ali did not do bay'at. He went to Mecca and Yazid sent his spies to Mecca to kill Imam Hussein. It is at that time that people of Kufa write letters to Imam Hussein and they invite him to come to Kufa. If you look at these letters, there are two types of letters. And this is again for us to understand, because people say that the Shias invited Imam Hussein and they killed him. The Shias of Kufa invited Imam Hussein and they killed him. And now therefore they are crying now. They are doing all this Muharram. This is for the youths. Remember this. That's why they are doing this. They are regretting now that they invited him and they killed him. This is what they say. Look at those letters that came. About over 1,000 letters were written to Imam Hussein when he was in Makkah, asking him to come to Kufa. There are two groups of letters, very interesting. One letter is written by people like Shis bin Rabi, those people who actually killed Imam Hussein on the day of Ashura. What could they say in that letter? There is greenery in Kufa. The trees are full laden with dates. There's so much wealth here. Ya Ibn Rasulullah, come here because this place is full of wealth. We'll all support you. And there is those people like Muslim ibn Awsaja, Habib ibn Mazahi, those whom we are going to hear during the time of Muharram. What did they write? Ya Ibn Rasulullah, you're the Imam of the time. You're Imam of the time. Therefore you have to come and guide us. Ya Ibn Rasulullah, we need your guidance. It is responding to those letters that Imam Hussein sent Muslim ibn Aqil, and you know about it. Sent Muslim ibn Aqil, go to Kufa. Don't want to go into all those details. But when Imam Hussein is in Makkah, when he is in Makkah and when he is about to leave, when Muslim ibn Aqil had gone, and you must have heard, I don't want to repeat this. Today we'll make the madness short. That Muslim ibn Aqil was sent by Imam Hussein. Go and find out about Kufa and let me know. Muslim ibn Aqil went there, and to cut a long story short, about 14,000 people had done bay'at to him for Imam Hussein. Therefore Muslim ibn Aqil writes to Imam Hussein, come. And Imam Hussein leaves. But is it that Imam Hussein was like misguided by this letter? Not at all, not at all. Imam Hussein knew exactly what he was doing. Before leaving, he gives a speech, a sermon, very interesting sermon. What does he say in this sermon? In this sermon, Imam Hussein says that tomorrow I am leaving, and he leaves just a day before Arafah. That man who had done Hajj for 25 consecutive years, for him, a day before Arafah, after he had put his ihram of Hajj, to remove it, can you see how much he must have been feeling about it? He made this time. He says, tomorrow we are going. Those of us who are coming with me thinking that there is going to be material benefit, then don't come with me. We are going, whatever Allah decides for us, we are pleased with it. Whatever Allah decides, if Allah gives us victory, we'll take it. If we get martyrdom, we'll take it. Those of you who are coming with me, therefore, have to have that clean conscience that you are coming with me for the sake of Allah. And as for I am very, very eager to meet my grandfather. I'm very, very eager to meet my father. I'm very, very eager to meet my uncle Hamza. You know how much I feel I should meet them? The way Yaqub Prophet was crying for Yusuf, the same way I also cry for my ancestors, my parents. I want to join them. So those of you who want to join me for that, come with me. Otherwise, stay where you are. Therefore, Imam Hussein knew exactly what he was doing. Leaves Makkah and moves towards Iraq. All the people who gave advice at that time is Yabna Rasulillah, people of Kufa. Imam Hussein knows what he is doing. So that tomorrow they should not say they did not know. Therefore he writes later to people of Basra. He writes to people inviting. It's not that Imam Hussein just called a few people. No. The call was for all. And we'll see that will happen when the Imam of the time comes. There's so many parallelism between what happens in Karbala and what will happen when the Imam of the time comes. This is the reason I take some time to talk about this. Therefore, Imam Hussein comes out of Khaneh-e-Kaaba and moves towards Iraq. Muslim ibn Aqil is martyred, and as Imam Hussein is moving, reaches a places, Zubala to say, or any other station, there comes the two people who report. You say there is a person who is coming from Kufa. When he sees Imam Hussein, he turns away his face, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This is what had become the situation. The Farzand, this is the Imam of the time, and there are some people who did not want even to look at him. There were just two other guys who went to him and said, why is it that you don't want to show your face to him? He says, and what news do you have? He said, I have got this news. Muslim ibn Aqil has been killed, and his body has been paraded in streets. So they come to Imam. And Imam is sitting with his Sahabas. They come to him and say, Ibn Rasulullah, we have some news, but we would like to talk to you in privacy. Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussein says, these are my companions. There's nothing private. Tell me whatever has happened. He says, Muslim has been killed. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. This is what they have done to him. Then he looks at those people. So, I am still going forward. A lot of them left here. A lot of them left here. This is what is going to happen during the time when Imam comes. A lot of us will leave Imam. If you don't understand, the mission of Imam is difficult. They left him. Then he turns to his family members. He says, how about you? Each one of them said, no, we will not go. We'll stay with you. And therefore Imam Hussein moves forward. Before leaving Medina, the Prophet does two things. He goes to the grave of the Prophet twice. Nafas al-Mahmum, Sheikh Abbas al-Qummi reports this. He goes to the grave of the Prophet first night. When he had been called to give his bay'ah and he has refused, and therefore he now decides to leave Medina. He goes to the grave of the Prophet and he addresses the Prophet. He says, oh, My grandfather, you know I am the son of your daughter. Oh, my grandfather, you had left us in the hands of this ummah. Oh, my grandfather, see what this ummah has done to us. Imam weeps, cries, and goes home. Second, he comes there and addresses the grave now. He addresses Allah. Ya Allah, I am the grandson of your messenger. Ya Allah, you know my intention. I am not going out for anything else. Amra bil ma'roof, and I am going. And it is in this position that Imam Hussein prays and he closes his eyes. When he closes his eyes, he has a vision. He sees the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam coming out of the grave. Imam Hussein turns to him and says, oh, my grandfather. He complains to him, see what this ummah has done to us. Now, Miranis writes this in a form of poetry, that then he asked, oh, my grandfather, take me in the grave with you. Take me in your grave. Rasulullah says, oh, my son, no. Oh, my son, go. Go, my son, go, my son. Martyrdom is waiting for you, my son, go. Therefore, Imam Hussein comes home, and now they have made a decision to leave Medina. And they leave in the morning. It's not that hiding and running away, no. As I've said, he wants it to become absolutely clear that he is living, and he is living in the day, and for a reason. And he said it very clearly that I cannot do bay'at with Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Cannot be done. The family is preparing itself to leave. And it is at that time that Imam Hussein tells his sister Zainab, Zainab, we are going. And Zainab asked the permission of her husband, Abdullah ibn Ja'far, yet I also want to go. Abdullah said, go. Abdullah himself is sick, he cannot join, but go. The kafila is being made, preparations are being made. Abbas ibn Ali is the man who is in charge of getting all the provisions, putting all the things together. And Imam Hussein now is saying goodbye to Medina. He is not going to come back to Medina anymore. He's saying he is leaving Mecca. And before he goes to Mecca, therefore, he goes to his grandmother. Who is grandmother? Salma. Goes to Salma and tells, oh, grandmother, I am now going. I've come to bid you farewell. Salma turns to him and says, oh, my son Hussein, you are the Imam of the time. I am not going to advise you. You are the Imam of the time. But only request that I have to make is don't go towards Iraq. My son Hussein, don't go towards Iraq. Imam Hussein looks at him and says, oh, my grandmother, why do you say I should go to Iraq? He says, your grandfather was once sitting in a room and Angel Jibreel was there. And she told us that to not allow anyone to come inside. Oh, Hussein, you're so young, you came. And you went inside. I wanted to stop you, but the Prophet said, don't stop him. Let him come inside. Therefore, oh Hussein, you went inside. Your grandfather took you in his laps. He showed so much affection and love to you that after some time, when the Prophet came out, he was weeping. So I asked him, oh, Ya Rasulullah, you are so happy with Hussein. How come now you are weeping and crying? Your grandfather told me that Angel Jibrail told me you love Hussein so much. I said yes. Hussein minni wa ana min al-Hussein. I love Hussein. Yes, he is part of me. Then Angel Jibrail said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you this message that your Hussein one day will be martyred for the sake of Allah. And therefore I'm crying. Oh, Salama, Jibrail then told me he took a handful of soil and he gave it into my hands and he said, oh, Salama, this is the soil of that land where my son Hussein will be martyred. Oh, Salama, keep this soil with you. Be very careful. So far as this soil, this clay remains clay, know that Hussein is safe. The day you see blood coming out of this soil, know that your Hussein has been martyred. I asked him, which land would that be? Your grandfather told me that will be a land in Iraq. Oh, my son, therefore, do not go to Iraq. Imam Hussein lowered his head. And then look at Salma. He said, Salma, Iraq is where I am going. Oh, Salma, do you want to see Nafas al-Mahboom? Again, Sheikh Abbas al-Qumi, I quote from there. Imam Hussein then asked Salma, oh, Salma, you want to see that land? She said yes. Imam Hussein showed Salma, look, this is the land. She began to see the land. Then Imam Hussein bid farewell to Salma and she left this kafila, left Medina for Makkah. One of the eyewitnesses was there. He describes, he said that at the time when the family was all being put on various camels before they could go, I saw there were some youths. They were helping ladies to come and make them ride on the camels. Then we saw Imam Hussein sitting on a chair and supervising all this. Then he said, I saw one lady coming out. She was all in burqa. She was all in hijab. There were these youths who were surrounding her. Imam Hussein himself stood up and he went forward to help this lady with honor, with dignity. This lady was made to ride. We asked, who is this lady? We were told this is Zainab, the daughter of Ali. This was Medina, and that was Karbala, and that was Kufa, and that was Sham, when Zainab, without her hijab, had to go in front of the castle of Yazid and Ibn Ziyad. Majlis is tamam. Majlis is tamam. Salama, after Imam Hussein had left, every day after the prayers, she would look at the soil. It was all soil. On the day of Ashur, at the time of Asr, when Salma was sleeping, she suddenly saw a dream in which the Prophet was there. He was barefooted. His hair hair was all full of dust. His beard was stained with blood. Salma turns to the Prophet in the state of grief. Ya Rasulullah, why are you seeing you in this position? What is this dust? What is this blood? He said, Salma, they murdered my son. They butchered my son. Salma, this blood that you see is the blood of Hussein. This dust is the dust of Karbala. Salma woke up. She went to see the soil, and she saw blood coming out of the soil. She turned out to the people of Medina. Our people of Medina. Allah, kad qutil al-Husayn bi Karbala. Allah, kad zubiha al-Husayn bi Karbala. لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. ماتم حسين. يا حسين 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 ماشاءاللہ جناب سیدہ کو فرصہ دینا ہے یا حسین 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 دل کھول کے ماتم کرنا ہے 12 دن ہے فرصہ دینے کے یا حسین 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 کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی بھی سنائے گا کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی بھی سنائے گا دل والوں کی آنکھوں سے ایک دریا بہائے گا زہرا زہرا سال 72 کا زہرا زہرا سال 72 کا کربل کی کہانی جب کوئی بھی سنائے گا دل والوں کی آنکھوں سے ایک دریا بہائے گا زہرا زہرا سال 72 کا زہرا زہرا سال 72 کا اور وہ کارواں سرور کا جو شان سے نکلا تھا وہ کارواں سرور جواب دے کے ماشاءاللہ سب مل کے شان سے نکلا تھا وہ کارواں سرور کا جو شان سے نکلا تھا اور سغرا کو خبر کیا تھی نہ لوٹ کے آئے گا زہرا زہرا سال 72 کا زہرا زہرا ماشاءاللہ سب ساتھ مل کے سال 72 کا مہمان بلایا ہے کوفیوں سرور کو
سرور کو،
اور کیا کنبہ شہیدی کا پانی نہیں پائے گا، زہرا
زہرا
پرسال و بہتر کا، زہرا زہرا پرسال و بہتر کا، پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے،
پامال
ہوا سب
گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے،
پامال ہوا قاسم جب گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے، کس طرح چچا تیری میت کو اٹھائے گا، زہرا زہرا قاسم کا بھی پرسالو، زہرا زہرا پرسالو بہتر کا، زہرا زہرا
پرسال و بہتر
کا، تھا ہاتھ کے کٹنے کا کچھ غم نہ دلاور کو، تھا ہاتھ کے
کٹنے کا کچھ غم نہ دلاور کو،
تھا ہاتھوں کے کٹنے کا کچھ غم نہ دلاور کو، پر سیدانیوں کا پردہ اب کون بچائے گا، زہرا زہرا عباس کا پرسالو، زہرا زہرا پرسالو بہتر کا، ٹوٹی ہے کمر شہ کی گھبرانا نہ اے اکبر، ٹوٹی ہے کمر شہ کی گھبرانا نہ اے اکبر، ٹوٹی ہے کمر شہ کی گھبرانا نہ اے اکبر، فرزند نبی تیرے لاش کو اٹھائے گا، زہرا زہرا اکبر کا بھی پرسالو، زہرا زہرا پرسالو بہتر کا، سوتے نہ تھے تم اصغر جھولے میں تڑپتے تھے، سوتے نہ تھے تم اصغر جھولے میں تڑپتے تھے، سوتے نہ تھے تم اصغر جھولے میں تڑپتے تھے، اور دنیا کو خبر کیا تھی ایک تیر سلائے گا، زہرا زہرا اصغر کا بھی پرسالو، زہرا زہرا اصغر کا بھی پرسالو، زہرا زہرا پرسالو بہتر کا، زہرا زہرا پرسالو بہتر کا، یا حسین 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 یا حسین، صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، جب سامنے آتا ہے جب سامنے آتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، شاباش ماتم، صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، جب سامنے آتا ہے جب سامنے آتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا، صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا ماشاءاللہ مومنین ساتھ میں
چاند
محرم کا ہم صورت زہرا سے بھائی کے بچھڑنے کی خاتون قیامت کے گھر بار اجڑنے کی گھر بار اجڑنے کی داد سناتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا مومنین سب مل کے یہ چاند محرم کا جب سامنے آتا ہے
جب سامنے آتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
کاٹا ہے گلا لوگوں سہروز کے پیاسے کا آمال ہوا لاشا احمد کے نواسے کا احمد کے نواسے کا ہر ایک کو بتاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
جب سامنے آتا ہے جب سامنے آتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند
محرم کا تصویر دکھاتا ہے احمد کی جوانی کی ہر شخص کو دنیا میں کربل کی کہانی کی کربل کی کہانی کی تفسیر بتاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا
ہر جب سامنے آتا ہے جب سامنے آتا ہے یہ چاند
محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
کربل کی زیارت کو جو آنکھ تڑپتی تھی شبیر تیرے غم میں جو آنکھ برستی تھی جو آنکھ برستی تھی اس آنکھ کو بھاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
عمران کو شبر کو خاتون قیامت کو حیدر کی قسم مظہر سرکار رسالت کو سرکار رسالت کو غربت میں رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند محرم کا
صغرا کو رلاتا ہے
یہ چاند
محرم ماتم نہیں توڑنا ہے صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا صغرا کو رلاتا ہے یہ چاند محرم کا یا حسین 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 یا حسین
یا حسین
يستقبل عاشور بحسرة
ونواسي المظلوم الزهرة نستقبل عاشور بحسرة ونواسي المظلوم الزهرة ونواسي الزهرة نعزيها ونعزي القائم مهديها ونواسي الزهرة نعزيها ونعزي القائم مهديها والأرواح بعز نفديها والأرواح بعز نفديها عالباطل لعننها الثورة يا حسين 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 عالباطل نعلن ثورتنا من حسين الحق همتنا عالباطل نعلن ثورتنا من حسين الحق همتنا ونزاع الناصب غايتنا ونزيح الناصب غايتنا نيران الغاصب مستعر يا حسين 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 نيران الغاصب ببلادي هاي التربة بهمها تنادي فزعوا بهمتكم يا ولادي فزعوا بهمتكم يا ولادي هذا الظالم حل بغدره يا حسين 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 نمحي يزيدوا كل سلامة وتزول الغيمة وأيامه نمحي نزيدوا كل سلامة وتزول الغيمة وأيامه ويريد منحور علامة ويرد منحور علامة ينزاح ويرحل كل شر يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين نستقبل عاشور بحسرة ونوازي المظلوم الزهرة نستقبل عاشور بحسرة ونواسي المظلوم الزهرة ونواسي المظلوم الزهرة يا حسين 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 ونواسي الزهرة نعزيها ونعزي القائم مهديها ونواسي الزهرة نعزيها ونعزي القائم مهديها والأرواح بعز نفديها والأرواح بعز نفديها الباطل نعلن الثورة يا حسين 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 يا سريع الرضا اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء فإنك فعال لما تشاء يا من اسمه دواء وذكره شفاء وطاعته غنى ارحم من رأس مال الرجاء وسلاحه البكاء. يا سابغ النعم يا دافع النقم يا نور المستوحشين فوق ذم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. فاتحة.
मौलाना से अबू हैदर कहाँ चले गए?
التماس الدعاء جميعا.